Marcy's been in a mood. Less trust on the government and more trust on ourselves.
Yeah, I think it is life-changing for us. I think it's something we wanted for 3 years.
Yeah. Welcome everybody to the blog. Day 28. We are almost a month strong. I can't believe it. Honestly, it seems like we started this yesterday and we've just been heads down just doing it.
Yeah, it's been kind of nice.
Yeah, it's
less stressful than the month before.
Yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit in today's video. 2 weeks ago, Marcy put out a post on Facebook and you guys blew it up with a whole bunch of comments, and we're today going to answer 7 of those top comments, but more specifically to the YouTuber creator side, like what we do for work and how it all kind of works in that way. Last week, what did we talk about?
Last week we answered like 10 or 15 questions about what it's about us. Yeah, right?
Yeah,
we answered questions about us.
Last week was just kind of like a get to know us and answering questions directly about us. This week is kind of more of the business side of things.
Yes. If you didn't see last week's video, go check it out because it was a lot of fun, and we do answer a much asked question about
a frequently asked question
about us having more kids. So if you want the answer, go check that out. Let's start with question number 1. This is from Don Roberts. The question is, does filming ever get old or in the way of daily life? Which goes with another question asked by Kimberly. It's, do you guys really like doing YouTube, or does it take up too much of your time in a day for other things?
Who wants to answer first?
Okay, I can start.
Okay.
Because you can add on. I feel like a month ago, I would have said it's like, it takes up a lot of time. Now, my opinion has changed.
Okay, which is weird because a month ago we were doing video every other day, and now we're doing videos every single day. So kind of interesting that there's a weird transition there where she's more okay with it now than she was before. Not that you weren't okay with it, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's easier.
And
Sorry, I had to check the mic really quick because it wasn't actually plugged in.
I think one of the reasons why is for the last 3 years, I have craved having a schedule, and by posting every day, our daily, like I'd say 5 to 6 days of the week are the exact same. Like
having more of a schedule.
Having a schedule. Our activities change from day to day, but like in the morning we do this, in the afternoon we do that. And so I've always wanted that. So it's in that aspect, I like life more.
So, and then for me, I think it's gotten a little bit simpler. So I guess going back to the question though, like, does it ever get boring, or do you miss out on things because you're filming everything? And I would say, honestly, no. I don't feel like that's the case really at all, because all we're doing is filming our daily life, like whatever we got going on. And sometimes it's good, actually, because it's like, okay, well, I don't want to go do this thing. I don't want to work on this. I don't want to do this project or whatever, but I need to do it. And you guys want to see what we're going to do with it. So I'll just go out and do it. So in a way, I do feel like some things get done quicker than they would otherwise. And because we're filming our daily life, we get to just, whatever we go and do, we get to film. Another thing is, when we started, how long have we been doing YouTube? I guess, I don't know if that was a question, but that might have been a question. So we've been doing YouTube for 2.5 years now, like religiously. Every other day posting videos, all of it.
And Facebook for almost 2 years. In September or August it'll be 2 years on Facebook.
Yeah, so running 2 different social media platforms. But I think when we started, it was a lot harder to just pull out the camera and film random stuff that was going on. Or now, if anything happens, it's like, it's second nature that we already have our phones out, we're already filming, we're doing stuff, or we're just, we're way more comfortable talking to a camera, pulling it out and filming.
Especially in like public settings. Like, it was so weird. And there's times where I still feel like a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, whenever you're in a store and there's people around.
Especially a quiet store. I just filmed a clip in Hobby Lobby yesterday, and it was awkward because the store is silent, and there I am talking to my phone. So like
talking to you.
Yeah. So it does get a little bit weird, but I'd say overall, I do love that we actually get to enjoy almost every part of our day together, and I don't think that's something that I can ever get bored of doing.
Yeah. So if we want to go swimming, we go swimming, we film it. If we want to go to the zoo, we go to the zoo, we film it.
But at the same time, we don't have to film it, which a lot of people are like, do you ever feel like you're always filming? no, like yesterday we went swimming and we didn't film it. Like we just all
We
took
just
the
went.
family down and that was it. Or there's things that it gets too crazy and we just don't film them. And we're like, oh, that would have been kind of cool to film. Like you guys would have enjoyed it, but like we didn't, and we got to enjoy our time.
Filming still comes as a second priority to us and our family. But I don't know. Personally, I feel like we have a pretty good work-life balance, and it's honestly gotten better over the last month. Now, for the next 2 weeks, that's definitely not going to be the case. And
I'm like sweating thinking about it.
both of our anxiety and stress levels are to here.
And we
In
felt
anticipation for this week,
Yes.
and it's this whole last week has been a lot harder for us because we know what's coming in the next 2 weeks.
Oh, I would agree on that. Like I am
Marcy's
so
been in a mood. Okay, she hasn't been that bad.
I am so stressed out and I'm so nervous. I think this is the longest. Okay, I think it's the longest like time commitment thing that you've done.
That's not at home.
That's not at home. And that being said, it's far away from home too. Because
Yeah.
like you've had jobs where it's closer.
I
back.
have 2 hours of travel a day.
Yes. Now, like, I'm a little nervous. It's so hot outside, too. It's not like I can just send Maddie outside to play. Like, it's so hot, and you're going to be gone. And the thing is, too, like, it's the job have you told them what the job
No,
is?
so we'll tomorrow's video, Monday, you guys are going to get the lowdown on everything that's going on, what exactly we're talking about. But basically, and then we'll actually go into this a little bit later about work, what I do for work, if we're just doing YouTube as income or what. But that's coming up this week is I am doing a project outside of the house. And so Marcy's going to be here with the kids, and I'm not going to be around. Where since the twins have been born, I've pretty much been around 24/7.
Yeah, and there's certain jobs that he hasn't been. Like, he went to Colorado for a few days to go help his brother-in-law and, like, has done different things. But I've always had, like, a time, like, 3 days. It'll take me a week. It'll take me... This, we have no idea.
We're not really sure. We're thinking probably 2 to 3 weeks.
3 weeks makes me so nervous.
Well, but you have to think too. It might not be quite as bad as you think because we're only working either early in the mornings or late in the evenings. Those middle of the day hours, we can't work. It's over 100 degrees. So, But the other part that adds to this is we decided a month ago to do daily vlogs. So now not only am I doing a big construction project, probably it's the biggest project I've done in a way. It's hard to talk about this and not like just say it all on the camera.
It's a big project.
It's a big project. I've done bigger, but for what it is, it's the biggest of this exact type that I've done. Anyways, so that on top of doing the daily vlogs every day, that's where it's going to get a little bit tricky. But y'all, I hope you guys are ready for some amazing videos of me at work. I've talked with the owner of the property and everything, and he's totally okay with me filming it. And so we're going to be filming and documenting the whole thing start to finish. So y'all are going to see Marcy at home wrangling the 3 boys and me at my job doing a whole bunch of construction stuff.
Yeah.
So it should make for some really interesting videos. So if you guys aren't already, go down, hit the subscribe button, follow along, because things are about to get wild.
Okay, that leads us into question number 2.
Or 3. I don't even know what we're on yet. We're on like 6. We'll kind of go through.
It's all kind of one
It's all
question.
kind of conglomerated together. Denise says, Susan says, is YouTube your only income?
Which then goes with Donna says, what is your regular job? I'm assuming remodel. And then Wendy says, where does Crandall work, or is YouTube your only source of income? Guys, there was like 7 people who asked if YouTube was our only source of income.
I guess we'll answer that question first. The answer is no. Since pretty much forever, we have done as many multiple sources of income as we can. We've found for us, it keeps things interesting. I get bored very easily, if you guys have not noticed, and I move from thing to thing to thing. And so creating a job or income where I can basically, one day I'm selling dirt bikes, the next day I'm building a bathroom, the next day I don't even know what. what else?
Greenhouses.
Selling greenhouses, yeah, whatever it is. That's one way that we love to kind of run our life. Going to the job portion of it, for 5 or 6 years, I owned a construction company. And yes, I was the owner. I worked for myself. And I did mostly house remodels. So I was doing everything from drywall, paint, tile, floor, trim, literally everything. And then as time went on, I decided to kind of narrow that in, and I mostly, the last 2 years, have been doing just like bathroom and kitchen remodels, right?
Flooring.
And some flooring. Those were kind of the jobs that I decided I liked more than the other. Drywall, paint, trim, hate it. Hate it. I do not want to do it.
And then there's times that, like, if he found somebody that he really liked to work for, he would work for them over and over again, because even though it wasn't necessarily something you enjoyed doing, you liked working for those people.
I learned to get really picky owning. If any of you guys want to own a construction company or a handyman business, don't say yes to every job. Go give a quote, give a bid, meet the people, talk with the people, and hopefully you can quickly start to realize the kind of people that you want to work for versus the people that you don't want to work for. And so, like Marcy said, those people that I found that I got along with them well, our personalities went well, they liked my work, I liked them, I would do multiple jobs for them, like she said. But there were some people that I would just straight up say, hey, like, sorry, I can't do it. And then there were other people that I would do one job, and if they called me back, I would say, hey, no, never mind. Some people are just harder to work with than others.
Yeah. So he ran, like he's saying, he ran a construction company, but we've been full-time
YouTube,
not meaning it's kind of difficult.
Not meaning that YouTube has been our only source of income, but meaning that it's been my full-time focus and putting 60 hours a week into.
And that's pretty much been that way since January
of last year. So
when the twins were born, basically. Right when the twins were born, we were able to make that kind of switch. But that being said, you've picked up probably a handful of construction jobs along the way. Like, some months, as you guys know, like, you view our video, we make some money. That all happens, but some months are harder than others. And so Crandall might have to pick up a job, or we have an extra expense. And so
we always have those.
We do always have those. But we try really hard to just have multiple pots boiling.
Multiple sources of income.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the way it's been. Is yes, YouTube is our main. I guess it's our base income, you could say. That includes the sponsorships and everything like that.
And Facebook,
YouTube and Facebook and sponsorships. And then we have the outside stuff that I go and pick up a job here or there. But that's kind of the way it's been for the last year and a half. And this job is really cool that I'm doing this next week, because we're actually doing a trade. And so that's something that I haven't really ever done, I don't think. This will kind of be the first time. But we're excited about it because it's going to be, I don't want to say life-changing for us, but it's going to be a huge, huge step in the right direction. Marcy's like, it's going to be life-changing.
I think it is life-changing for us. I think it's something we've wanted for 3 years.
Yeah.
We've talked about religiously for 3 years.
And it's just now coming to fruition, and we put it on our goals list. If you guys watched that video, probably 3 weeks ago, we talked about a goal list. And since we redid that, I mean, things have just fallen into place. And it's not without the hard work. Like, the next 3 weeks is going to be an insane amount of work, but we should come out on the other side ahead with one of our major goals being started. So hopefully that answers that question. On to the next.
Does YouTube offer insurance? No.
So when you work for a social media platform, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, any of those, you are basically hired as a 1099, which means you're a subcontractor to the platform. So all they do is they write you a check and say, here's your money. You got to take care of your own taxes, your own insurance, your own retirement, your own everything.
Mm-hmm. Which it's a little tricky, but we've been used to it. Like, it's something
that's what I was just gonna say.
Never, because Crandall's owned his own company.
I've always been self-employed.
Yes, and so that gets kind of tricky when we're trying to buy a house or that kind of stuff. But I think we're a lot more comfortable with it now than we were.
Yeah, so being self-employed, you know, you got to take care of all your own everything as far as taxes, insurance, all of that. And so, yes, since I've been self-employed my entire life, that we've had to deal with that our entire time. So we do private insurance and private all of that stuff, which is a pain in the butt. I will tell you what.
And there's some insurances I will never go back to.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind. I mean, it's been a mess. We still have stuff that we're messing with the doctors from when the twins were born over a year and a half ago, and they have screwed up royally.
Yeah,
it's insane.
No idea.
Yeah, it's insane what they've done, and we're just working through that process. So owning your own business, doing content creation, anything like that, like it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work on the back end, the front end, and everything in between. And so I guess that kind of brings it back to the question number one, like, are you going to stop, or do you think you're going to be able to keep going? And I feel like at this point, we've gotten the ball rolling, and we're ready to go, and we kind of have all the back end stuff figured out, and now we're doing these daily vlogs, and so far we're really enjoying. I wouldn't say it's like we're coasting, because in no way is that what we're doing, but I guess we've gotten into the groove of it.
Yeah. Sarah says, this question's about retirement. Are you making plans for retirement income in case your video income stop? And I think that kind of goes with what we were just saying. Like, YouTube, we love it. We love Facebook, but it's not our only source of income. It's not our only talent either.
Yep.
As you guys know, Crandall's very talented. And so if it stopped, that would be hard. It would be a hard pill to swallow, but like...
It would suck, but it would take about a day to get back on to doing... I could go back to construction tomorrow, and we would be just fine. We wouldn't even miss a beat.
Yeah.
So as far as retirement and stuff goes, that's a whole big, huge topic, and it can get into a kind of a heated topic. Thankfully, Marcy and I are on the same page.
Yes.
But I think we're on a different page than most of our viewers, and I don't even know if we want to try and tackle that conversation, because I don't know.
Let's just say, like, we are very much into having passive income, and so our goal for retirement is to be able to have passive income throughout our retirement.
That's a great way to put it. Less trust on the government and more trust on ourselves.
Yes, there we go. That was so good. We nailed it. We should have been in the debate.
I know, seriously. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that's kind of our plan. Create that passive income. Right now we're in the building stages. I did see some questions. How old are you? I'm 26. Marcy's 27. We've got a lot of life ahead of us, and we're just taking it one day at a time. If tomorrow something catastrophic happened, we're going to take that information, digest it, and make a change. But for right now,
That's really how we handle things. He, like, gives me 10 minutes. He'll be like, you have 10 minutes to get over this, and we're ready to move on.
And we're moving on.
And it really is just like that. And I'm like, and I used to be really bad at it. I used to want to, like, a bad thing would happen, and I'd be like, I want to sit in bed for the rest of the day and, like, mull this over. He's like, no, we got 10 minutes. So.
Yeah, I mean, here's how I look at it. You're in the situation you're in, moping about it, complaining about it, doing anything like that is going to be the least productive thing that you can do. You're in the situation. There's nothing you can do about it at that point when it's gotten to that point. So it's time to start climbing your way out of it. So yeah, 10 minutes. You're good to go.
Remind me that next week.
Okay, sounds good. Mars, this is a situation we're in. We got to do it. We're under contract. We're just doing it. It'll be all right in a week. And that's the other thing. Guys, just start working towards something. Start getting yourself out of the situation you're in. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. That's why I feel like we've lived in this house for 5 years, even though it's only been 3.5.
It's been 2.5.
Oh, 2.5? Because we have been packing stuff in. Yeah, that's true. It's definitely been 3.5, but we'll let Marcy think it's been 2.5. No, it's been 3. Oh,
Maverick
wait, you're right,
is
because,
3.5.
Oh my gosh. Yep. Okay. I don't know if we actually hit 7 questions or not, but here's our last one because we kind of answered like 15.
Well, and I took them all and I jumbled them together. What's one thing you like and one thing you don't like about being YouTubers?
Okay. One thing we like and one thing we don't like. Should we start with what we like? I got it. Okay. The one thing that I love about being a YouTuber is I get to be home 24/7. You guys watch our videos. It's me, Marcy, and the boys. And a lot of times it's just me and Maverick because Marcy's, you know, taking care of the twins and doing stuff like that because they're not quite to the age where they can come out and take care of themselves while they're helping me.
Yeah.
They more get in the way than,
Yeah.
you know, be beneficial. So that's what I love about it. I love that I get to be home. I get to spend time with the family literally 24/7. It's amazing.
He took mine.
I mean, we can have the same one if that's it because that's, I mean.
It's so good. It's such like a huge blessing to have him here. But I'd also say like it is so much fun to watch these videos back.
Yeah.
Like Maverick has a ton of fun and like I love sitting there and watching a project that we did a year ago.
Or just watching the background change. You go watch a video from a year ago, you wouldn't recognize our house, you wouldn't recognize the property, like nothing. You wouldn't recognize the boys.
Yeah, and so it's so much fun. Like I love that we get to watch these videos and like live in, like relive those memories.
Be grateful for where we're at now.
Yes. But also going with that, lately we've started running into you guys in grocery stores and things. And that is so much fun. Like, I would have to say, like, that is a really fun thing when you stop us in the store and you're like, hi, like, and you say hi to the boys and, like, it's a little weird for people around us, but, like, it is so much fun for us and we love when that happens.
Okay, what is one thing that you don't like about YouTube?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
I would say the thing that I hate the most is the editing and thumbnail process.
Ooh.
Because it's like our whole day, like we get to be with Crandall, the kids get to be with Crandall, that kind of thing. But like when it comes to time for him to edit, which we don't ever really show him editing because he's the one that films. So when he goes to edit, he's not
filming.
He's not filming. But he like goes in our room, he like sits down on the desk and like we try not to bother him for like 2-3 hours. And that like to me is like
It's a lot.
We don't really like that time of day.
Yeah. So one day we'll be able to hire an editor, which will free up a lot of time. I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean I agree with that. One of the things that I dislike the most, but
he feels like he can't say it because he doesn't want to offend you guys.
no, I would just say like the biggest thing that's hard is like the time commitment. Like it's a 24/7 thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I love it. Like I'm the kind of person, you can ask Mars. I've got to be doing something. I got to be thinking about something. I got to be working. I got to be going. So like I do love it. It's like a love-hate thing. Like I love it, but I hate it at the same time.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the biggest thing for me. But like I said, like I've got to keep busy, and it keeps us busy and motivated. So
overall, we do really like it, and we're extremely grateful for the growth that we've had in the last 2.5 years. Like, it is amazing. So thank you guys so much.
yeah, I feel like overall it's brought us closer as a family. I love that we've been able to share our experiences and things with you. We've had so many comments of people saying like, hey, I really needed this today, or I look forward to your videos every day. It's a way for me to disconnect, and I get to enjoy, you know, everything that you guys are doing. So we love being able to share those experiences with you, and we plan to continue to do so. And we look forward to many more videos to come and experiences, and Maverick getting his shop built.
He thinks it's it.
He does.
He does. He's like, I'm getting a shop.
Yep.
I'd say like last off, like we're really also grateful for our family for their support. Because it is like when we go to Crandall's parents' house, like his parents are very much involved, and it does take obviously sacrifice from them, but also from our other family members too, who are always like cheering us on the sidelines. It's really fun to have them like get to know us on a deeper level.
Yeah, and be able to see everything that's going on when they're not even here.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you got some answers to some of the questions that y'all have been having. If you got more questions, go leave them down in the comment section down below, and we will do our best to get to them. But thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you on tomorrow's video that is going to absolutely blow your mind.
Ooh, I'm nervous. Wish me luck. It's going to be
Wish
a
us
long
luck.
2 weeks.